Dan,
Daniel,
I have a question for you.
let's do this.
Why on earth is the NFL draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin?
That's a great question. Other than paying homage to the history of football in Green Bay, I don't know if people know. I know not everybody knows because I didn't enlighten my wife of this. Like Green Bay isn't like 10 minutes outside of Milwaukee. It's not. And there's not like a thriving little downtown area.
Mm-mm.
It's not. So I don't know. And I don't know where everybody's going to park.
Because I have heard just, you listen to sports podcasts and stuff, and like the ones that I like to like tend to talk about a bunch of other things that have nothing to do with sports and whatnot.
Yeah, of course.
So you'll have these people who are like, like Mina Kimes, ESPN broadcasters, and all this stuff. They're like talking about it, and they'll talk about Green Bay just randomly about like how there's nothing there.
Mm-mm.
Like, and sometimes they talk about like former athletes I've heard like talk about hotels in Green Bay. It's like it's not like they every place they go, they stay at like the Four Seasons or you stay at the Omni blah 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 or
Right.
whatever the big name is.
Yeah.
But when you go to Green Bay, it's not there.
No.
So like you just and I just wonder I'm very interested to see how many players show up to the draft outside of like the top, I don't know, two or three. Because if you're not Travis Hunter or you're not Cam Ward,
Hmm.
do you even go? Because I'm like, nah, I'd rather be honestly anywhere than Green Bay, Wisconsin,
For
the
sure.
night that my life was going to change forever. I'm good on that. No.
You're not going out to celebrate in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No, not at
Mm-mm.
all. You're going back to your Holiday Inn hotel room with the fam and hopping on a plane the next morning. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. Yeah, strange because they've been doing the draft in these host cities for a little while now, but not
Yeah.
terribly long. There's only been a handful of cities that have done this. And I mean, Detroit put on a great show last year. And now here's the thing: Pittsburgh hosts the draft next year.
Yeah.
They actually target cities that can't host the Super Bowl,
Hmm.
um, mostly because of weather. So if Green Bay looks bad, great for us. Great for us. It can only get better. People are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know how interesting it's gonna be. Just bold choice, NFL. Bold choice.
It's like I got it at first when they were like, we're gonna move the draft
Yeah.
from New York and we're gonna go do it other places. And I think the first year they did it, it was Nashville and it was freaking awesome. It was
Hmm.
just they had the whole streets and it makes sense. You have this atmosphere that you've never seen before. They've done it in Chicago, I've done it in places. And I just Green Bay. Is there gonna be some huge like there's not gonna be a huge crowd in Green Bay?
Right. Are they gonna get 500,000 people to travel to Green Bay?
Yeah,
Are they
like
really gonna do that? Is that gonna
like
happen? I don't think so.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
it's
think so. They can't handle that many people. Are you gonna stay? What's the nearest city? Like, where can you stay? I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
like
It's concerning. It's
man.
concerning. People thinking out like they camping out for like music festivals and like Coachella's bad. That's probably what's going to happen this weekend in Green Bay. People just camping out, just camping out.
Oh my God. Yeah. I just was thinking about like where the last place I would want to be to find out my where I'm gonna
Oh,
live for the next 4 or 5 years, maybe more, maybe the rest of my life, than in Green Bay.
yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
not at
Yeah.
all.
NFL.
Not a moment you're gonna remember
Yeah.
that night in Green Bay.
Green Bay. Do better. Do better, NFL. Do better. You can't put the draft in Green Bay. It's not
No,
fair. That's not
no.
fair. All right, what's up? It's the Brunch Breakdown. Didi out here in Los Angeles. Dan is in Pittsburgh. Chris is also in Pittsburgh, but you know, Easter was yesterday. None of us could do it. It just, it is what it is. We all
Listen,
had to.
listen, listen, listen. Last week I was in Louisville, Kentucky, and I couldn't be
Hey,
on for a good enough reason. Not at a country music festival, as otherwise reported. Um, but he's here. He's just busy,
Yes.
and it's just the two of us, which is fine.
It's just the two of us. Yeah, we'll hear from
Yeah.
him here in a few seconds.
Yeah.
But today on the show, we're gonna be talking about a bunch of old shows and old movies are making a comeback in 26, 27 or so. And I don't know how Dan feels about it, but I can already tell you it's not great for me on this end. So talk about that. An MLB reporter in Atlanta did something pretty awesome. We're gonna talk about that. And it's in more. We got beer, we got random stuff. It's the brunch breakdown. You know why you're here. Dan, let them know where they can find us.
Of course, of course. Everywhere podcasts are available. Yes. No, we haven't left anywhere. Unless they've done it without our authority. We're there. We're everywhere podcasts are available. New episode comes out each and every Wednesday. Follow or subscribe wherever you prefer to enjoy listening, and then the episode comes straight to you. Boom, ready for you. Listen on the go. Full video episodes also available on Wednesdays. Those are a little more timely. 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify, right in the app. Check out the video episodes as well. We are still everywhere on social media. I heard the little, we got to we're gonna set a hard deadline on Threads maybe, coming up. Stay tuned, stay tuned. Or if there's a platform you want us to be on, yes, please, let us know. But we're there, and if we're there, we're at Brunch Breakdown. Follow us, we follow you back. Sounds of Brunch. Disclaimer: been a little behind. Okay, been a little behind. That's fine. We're catching up. Still check it out. Go to the Sounds of Brunch each and every Friday. It gets updated. This week's songs, last week's songs, we keep them on there. Maybe the week before that songs, because I'm a little bit behind. But go there, check it out, follow it. Tell Siri, tell Alexa, tell all the small things. Play the Sounds of Brunch.
Dude, I hear you. Brunch. People have been hitting me up saying, "Where are the clips?" Listen, busy, busy, busy,
Little
busy,
bit,
busy.
little bit.
Sitting, just being in front of my computer at home has been very, very difficult, or at anywhere, honestly, has been very difficult lately. So we'll be catching up. We're
Yeah,
getting it. We'll be back. We're catching up. We've been traveling. We've been working. We've been doing all the things. We're gonna catch up.
we'll get there.
We'll get everybody what they need. What they need. All right. So should we go to Chris right now, or should we? Let's do us first. Let's forget
Let's,
Dan. Let's do us first.
we're
Dan,
here.
get
Forget
off your
him.
chest. Get off your chest. You weren't here last week. Let's go.
That's right. That's right. So much to share. Where could I go? I'll tell you where I'm gonna go. Because I did miss you boys last week and had a great time in Louisville and plenty to talk about with the greatness of that trip. However, the world, the people, they've been dying to know. They've been saying, Dan, how was it? How was Big Night Art? That's right. If you don't know who Pat McAfee is, and you've been living under a rock, he's basically the brunch breakdown of the sports world. It's just that simple. He gets paid maybe a little more than we do.
A little bit.
He has a few more listeners and viewers, but nevertheless, we're colleagues. We're colleagues,
Exactly.
right? Right. And frankly, we're neighbors. I'll get to that in a second. So 2 weeks ago, he put on his first ever arena show, right? And he called it the Big Night Ot. And I'm just not saying it because I want to say it that way. It was literally called the Big Night Ot. That's AHT because Pat himself is a proud Yinzer. So Ot it was, and a Big Night Ot. And it was just that. It was a Big Night Ot. Um, and I've heard him like recap it and talk about it ever since the event took place. And just like trying to gain in inspiration of where it came from, and he compared it to his dream was to host a variety show, which is exactly what it was. And he compared it to like, and maybe you can relate to this, Didi, and our listeners can relate to this too, but like growing up in like the 90s, if you were a kid that just like couldn't want to or didn't sleep at like 1 o'clock in the morning and like Nick at Night had run his course. Like the Dean Martin variety shows and Don Rickles and Bob Newhart and Rodney Dangerfield, right? Like that was running. That was running on in the middle of the night. And like, you don't know who these old guys were, but like it seemed like a great time. They were all having a great time all the time. and Pat used to watch this with his grandmother in Pittsburgh. And that's what made this so great is you really had no idea what to expect because he didn't tell anybody much of anything, right? I thought it was going to be like his show, the Pat McAfee show, which airs on ESPN weekdays from 12 to 2 and then 2 to 3 on YouTube. I thought it was going to be like that. People coming up and interviewing, maybe some things going on in between. No, no desk, no panel. His boys were there, but like doing other things. So he'd be like, there's going to be laughs. Okay, what the hell does that mean? Comedians. Shane Gillis was there. He said sing alongs. Jelly Roll was there. Wiz Khalifa was there. Snoop Dogg was the pop that Snoop Dogg got was unbelievable. Snoop Dogg was there. Sumo wrestling took place. He actually flew in sumo wrestlers. Just the wildest things that you could imagine. On top of some of Pittsburgh's greatest past and present sports legends that to help give out WWE current world heavyweight champion Jay Yeet Uso also in attendance, gave away a ton of money, gave away millions of dollars, and in the most fascinating way possible. Speaking of 90s TV, Price is Right. You remember the Plinko game, one of the most infamous ones. Well, he basically had a digital Plinko game where the bottom would change. It would start with upper bowl versus lower bowl versus floor. And then once the puck landed, it was, okay, now I need 20 sections in the upper bowl. Landed the Plinko puck. Okay, now I need a row. Now I need seat numbers. And he gave away $100,000, $100,000 again, $1 million, $2 million at the end of the night. Somebody went home, which just for being there,
Oh my god.
just for being there. And this,
Oh my
like,
god.
these tickets were cheap to get in. He donated a ton on top of this, right? Because he was like, Jelly Roll said, I don't want to be paid to be here. Donate to such and such type of charity in Pittsburgh. And then Pat matched it. It was wild. And the feeling of not knowing what was coming next, who was coming next, it's just like not something we get anywhere
No.
anymore. Right. And like you don't even get that at concerts, which is a bummer. Like you can go to setlist.fm and find out exactly what the band is going to play in which order. Right. Like maybe at a music festival, like we're just coming off of back to back Coachella weekends, which is hurtful to us, but it was enjoyable on the live stream. Like that's where you can kind of get some mystery. Weekend one, I guess, mystery of what songs, what order, maybe a special guest joins. But like turn that up 1,000,000,000%. And that's what this was. You're walking, you had no idea how long this was going to last. It went late into the night. Let me tell you that. It went late. It went up, that son of a bitch almost went to midnight on a Wednesday night. And it was, woo, baby. Yeah, it was a big night on. Almost 11:50 is what it ended. It was
Oh my
crazy. It
god.
was absolutely crazy. So I just want to get off get that off my chest this week is like the element of the unknown, the surprise, the variety show. Once lost, it's underrated, and we need more guys like Pat McAfee to give us that feeling every once in a while because it was very cool. It was very cool. I'll remember that for a long time.
Well, my question was, how long was it?
Yeah, so it was supposed to start at 8,
Okay.
and there's some conflicting reports of why it was delayed a half hour. The first report is that the rehearsals went too long, so they had to push the opening of doors. The other report is for some reason the arena was not ready to handle a sold out crowd, which it was.
It was sold out in 90 seconds or whatever. It wasn't
Exactly.
sold out
Yes.
or 90 minutes or whatever it
90
was. It
minutes
was
it
like,
sold out,
yeah.
right? And they didn't have like enough people to get the people through the gates quick enough. So I don't know which it was. It might have been both. So instead of starting at 8, it started at 8:30 and it went to 11:50. And apparently it ran even a little longer than they had planned. But some of the stuff, you have no idea how long it's going to take. They had Ben Roethlisberger, Sidney Crosby, and Paul Skeens throwing a football 40 yards through this 10-foot hoop to determine how much money was given away. And it's based on how many they threw. It was like $1 million a throw. You can watch the whole thing. It's streaming on Hulu right now if you'd like to see it. It's worth watching. Some of the stuff was wild, man. It was, but it flew by. It flew by because again, you had no idea what to expect the whole time.
Yeah, I just saw like random clips from it because I feel like I don't want to say everybody I knew from home was there, but there were a lot of people I knew from home that were there. Like even people that like I haven't talked to in 20 years since like
Yeah,
college, were like that I know live in Morgantown or live in some other part of West Virginia or
sure.
whatever, were there too. It was like, good God, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
shouts to
wild
Pat,
crowd.
man.
Yeah, yeah, man. He's a grinder. This dude, nobody will can like even nobody understands how hard the guy works because he's got his show and then he works for WWE. He was at WrestleMania all weekend. He did his show again this morning, live from Los Angeles. Got to fly back to Indianapolis. He's got a bit like a little girl, and he's doing all this stuff. And he's just a people pleaser. He's
Dude,
just one of the people, and he's a
wow.
Yinzer, and we love him for it.
Well, that's awesome that you went to that because it looked cool when I was
It
like
was,
seeing people, seeing like every person that I knew
yeah,
post about it. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yinzer Palooza, baby.
I was like, I feel like it's never even like that. Whenever it's only like that when it's like I see like Katy Chesney or Dave Matthews Band concert, and it's like no, it's Pat
Oh,
McAfee. Pat
everybody's
McAfee.
there.
Man. All right. I didn't get this off my chest. So I, I hate one genre of music and it is classic rock. I hate classic rock. I
Ooh,
hate it
okay.
so much. I really can't stand it. I don't like it at all. And there's this movie that came out. It's called the Minecraft movie.
Oh boy.
If you are a certain age, you Minecraft is your life. Minecraft is something that started in 2011. Okay, it's a video game for kids. There's no blood in it and stuff, and that's the reason why parents liked it back then. All these things. I only know about this game because I worked for Radio Disney for a while. So like I knew nothing about this game other than the fact that it existed.
Hmm.
So my son is obsessed with it, even though he has no video game system. He does not play video games. So obviously he's playing it somewhere with someone. I don't know how or when, whatever. So they go to see this movie and the soundtrack for the movie. They love the movie. The movie's making like it's gonna make $1 billion. It's the biggest movie of the year. Might end up being the whole biggest movie period of the year because it's insane. And they come back and like, just want to listen to the soundtrack. And the soundtrack is all classic rock style music
Oh boy.
because the star of this movie is Jack Black. And I
Yep.
don't know if you know this, but Jack Black basically plays music and it's just all classic rock. And
Hmm.
anytime someone will hand him a microphone, he will sing and scream into it. And so I have been listening to the Minecraft soundtrack way too long and it hurts my ears. And I got to tell you, and what's funny about this is there's probably a lot of parents out there who are like, oh man, this is so much better than listening to any other of the kids' music that we listen to. You know what? All the other stuff, I can just ignore it. It's really just,
Mm.
you can just kind of ignore it. There's really
Okay.
nothing that you can, it's like, all right, yeah, like it's whatever. It's nursery rhymes. It's like little cute music. You can just kind of like, it just goes through one ear and out the other. There's nothing, there's really no ups and downs. There's nothing crazy in it. But this kills me. I hate I can't stand it. I need this phase to be over, but it's never gonna be over because this is the biggest movie in the world, and they're gonna end up making like 10 of these movies. And my son's not even 5 yet, so got a lot of classic rock and
Yeah.
Jack Black in my life. So there you go. That's
Wow.
just
I'm
get it
just
off my
like
chest.
trying to envision what that would be like for me. And it's of like, if for some reason there was a movie soundtrack that was all country, it was like
Yeah,
Old McDonald, the music, the movie. And I'd be like, I can ignore the other stuff, but that would be
yeah,
brutal.
yeah.
That
I'm
would
telling
truly
you.
be brutal.
It it hurts.
Oof.
It really hurts. I didn't even realize how much it hurt until they started. It was like, oh my God, I have to listen to this. And that's when I started
Mm-hmm.
to realize, like, yeah, all the other music like really does it just people complain about it, but it's like there's really nothing to complain about. It's just like it's just on,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And
Mm-hmm.
like some of the songs just go on forever. Like you just zone out. But like this, no. No.
Can't do it.
I can't. It hurts. It kills me. It kills me. And they enjoy it so much, and it kills me. Kills me.
Yeah, you're right. Get ready. Minecraft 2, 3,
Oh,
4.
dude.
Not 3, not 4,
Like
not 5.
it's in week 4, I think, and it made like $40 million in the box office this past weekend. Like it's like passing 800 million this weekend. It's insane. It's been out for a
Jeez.
month. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Oh man.
Wow, that shit just doesn't happen with movies anymore,
No.
and it's happening with this.
Well,
So,
good luck to you.
thank you.
You're gonna need it.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Well, you know what? We've got another co-host on this show, and he's got some things he wants to say to us. Christopher, let's go.
Boys, what's going on? Sorry I can't be there today. We had scheduling mix-ups thanks to Easter, and that's what I want to talk about in my video for you and for all of our lovely listeners. So first off, I hope everybody had a fantastic Easter Sunday. If you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, I still hope you had a fantastic Easter Sunday. I, the longer I'm a parent, I am just I'm not a fan of how many appearances all of these fake creatures that are associated with the holidays are making.
Here we go.
Okay? I think it's going to I think kids now are going to stop believing in the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, like all these people. I think they're going to stop believing in them way sooner than we did. Because how do I explain that the Easter Bunny showed up 7 times this Easter? What are we doing? Okay, we had an Easter egg hunt at a friend's house. There's a township Easter egg hunt. They had the Easter Bunny show up at daycare. Then we did an Easter egg hunt for the kids the day before Easter. Then my parents came over. They did an Easter egg hunt when we did the family thing on Easter Sunday. How do you explain that? Why did the Easter Bunny come to visit my kids 5 times this Easter? How do you explain that? This is a little bit overkill, don't you think? Okay, and then the Easter Bunny is in 17 shopping malls, and we're seeing it it's probably in Costco. We're seeing it everywhere we go. How do I explain that? Why was the Easter Bunny in daycare and then the later that day at South Hills Village? How am I supposed to explain this? It doesn't, it's just too much. And then there's a lot of if we're being honest, there's a lot of ain't shit Easter bunnies running around town. Okay, it's just too much. And this is the same thing with Santa Claus at Christmas. How do I explain that Mrs. Claus and Santa were in Cannonsburg and then we saw them in Robinson earlier that morning? How do I explain that? But then he came to daycare the day before. It doesn't make any sense. These kids are going to catch on way quicker than we did. In fact, my oldest already knows that the people dressed up aren't the actual people. Yeah, it's just a shame. It's a shame. And yeah, it's just a shame. I mean, I could go on and on about this. You guys don't want an hour of just me monologuing though, but we talked about the once a month fuel these kids up with candy thing that happens in society now. It's also, we don't need 5 Easter egg hunts, so I got 72 Milky Ways sitting in the living room for when my kids get home from school after they had an Easter egg hunt at school. So they come home sugar fueled, and then they want. It's too much. It's too much. I'm not trying to ban Easter. I'm just trying to ban the Easter Bunny. Okay, can we reserve this to one day? Can we tone it down a little bit? That's all I got for you guys today. Easter's over. Barring more Easter egg hunts that I'm unaware of. The reason we're all not recording today is because Didi had an Easter egg hunt pop up that he didn't know about. Okay, so this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. It's just too much. It's too much. We gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out. Anyway, hope you guys have a great episode today. Didi, I'll see you in a few days. Dan, I hope I see you in a few days after that. Love all the listeners. Happy Easter. Okay, bye.
Classic.
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 Classic. But yeah, that is the reason why we didn't record. Is because I was like, the neighborhood Easter egg hunt. And I was like, huh? What? You knew about this? I'm like, no, I knew about the other one and the other one and the other one. So I get it. I get it. I get the frustration.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
did we not, as kids, probably go through some maybe
Yeah.
similar? Right? Right? I I feel like this isn't just our generation. I mean,
No,
maybe more, maybe like the daycare thing, showing up to daycare, but like, you know, he feels like he's blaming this on the Easter Bunny. It's not his fault.
it's
You know what I
not the
mean?
Easter Bunny's fault.
You got to be conscious, brother, of where you're going.
Yeah,
You got to know, you got to know, and you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. You got to tell that helper story early, right? What do you do,
yeah.
DD? I mean, you're a professional here.
We just yeah, it's the helpers. It's all the helpers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the helpers. And it's only come up like one time. It's like how's
They
Santa in
don't,
this
they
place
don't
and in that
remember,
place?
right? They're too young to know.
No, it's like there's like how's Santa in this place and that place. And also, I really just think maybe like Major will ask that question or something, but like Saoirse just likes getting shit. And so I really just think she's not gonna ask any questions until like she doesn't get something. And she's
Fair,
always gonna get shit.
fair.
So I really don't think it matters to her.
Right.
I think she just likes getting stuff. Maybe the youngest, maybe Mayhem will say something, but like I don't know. To me, it just seems like my kids will not because they're always getting shit every
Yeah.
one of these holidays. Like
And they're happy.
because of the fact that we live so far away, it's like you know my parents every holiday. It's like week before boxes, boxes on boxes, and then the next amount of boxes come from Boston, and it's
Yep.
just it's boxes on boxes. They always just know they're gonna get shit regardless. So they don't. They're just like, hey, I don't care who these people are, just getting
And
shit.
I guess I was never under the impression as a kid that the Easter Bunny was responsible for the egg hunts. That he seemed like that was part of his challenge.
Yeah,
Just like we're doing all these Easter egg hunts. The Easter Bunny isn't responsible for the Easter egg hunt. He's responsible for the if you do an Easter basket, perhaps
yeah,
the Easter egg hunt's just fun part of the holiday, right?
yes,
Maybe you just
yeah,
gotta tweak his story there a little bit.
yeah. That's true. Because the one thing, this might be completely false, but like what I remember with Easter egg hunts, so much of that stuff was like church based.
Yeah,
So it was like, and my mom ran my church. I knew my mom was the one hiding the Easter eggs. So the Easter Bunny didn't hide eggs. The Easter Bunny brought the basket to my house
hmm
somehow. But yeah, the other stuff that was like, I knew that people were hiding those.
yeah,
Like I never thought the Easter Bunny was hiding those. So they this. So I don't know who in Chris and Katie's family decided to tell the like this elaborate story about the Easter Bunny hiding all the eggs because
right.
that sounds like that's their problem.
And out of all the list of the hunts that he had, the whatever, how many four Easter egg hunts, like one of them was their own.
Yeah, see?
Maybe cut that one.
Actually, what did he
You
say?
control
Two of
that
them?
one.
Did he say two of them were at his house?
It did felt like he said two of them were at his house. Yes, it did feel like that. Like he's like, we had one at our house, and then my parents came over, and then they had one at our house. I was like, you guys gotta like merge. You gotta talk. You gotta
Yeah,
cut one of them
yeah.
because you're running around all over the place. You know what I mean?
This
Like,
guy.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He's got it rough.
Dude,
Got it rough.
but I do hear him with the characters because we had a double yesterday because Saoirse refuses is not like most kids and will like not just like once the tooth's loose, she's trying to rip it out. No, she just lets it just fall out. So yesterday afternoon, she just comes running in after freaking Easter Bunny, candy, all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Comes in, my tooth fell out. I'm like, cool. Tooth Fairy
Yeah.
and the Easter Bunny. We get
A little too
both.
fun. Yeah.
Cool.
They both get holiday pay. They're
They
working.
both. So just yeah. Yeah. So and I'm sure that tooth
Ugh.
that's been like we've been watching it just like hang from
Mhm.
her mouth. And like, yeah, but then she ate tons of candy yesterday, so then finally
Of
fell
course.
out. So
Yes.
yeah. So
Oh
there
boy.
you go.
Love it. They'll be all right. Those kids will be all right.
Yeah,
Kid.
they'll be fine.
They'll be
It's all
fine. We were
good.
fine.
Yes. All right, let's get into Brews Day. Dan, you went to Louisville. Tell what have you been sipping on?
I
All the
did.
things.
All the things. Including a bacon old fashioned, which was delicious, by the way. But that's not what I'm
Yes.
talking about. That's not what I'm
Okay.
talking about. Because on the way to Louisville, we went via vehicle We got a lot of trips coming up this year, and so we're gonna save. It's only a 6 hour road
Yeah,
trip
it's
from
like that's
Pittsburgh to
not,
Louisville.
and you're just kind of going up. What's it? Is it 70 or something? You're like
That's one of them.
for
Yeah.
like a very long time. You're not
Yes.
really, yeah.
Easy drive, no
Yes.
problem. It also allows us to stop in Cincinnati to Listerman Brewing, a
Mm.
brewery we've known about for quite some time, known for their stouts, and it got us an opportunity. Boom, halfway. Stop at Listerman, try it out, have a
Beautiful.
little lunch. We went through a lot of beer there. Sampled a couple. But they're Chickow. Yeah, that's right. Chickow. Chickow, because that makes sense. That's actually a brown ale. It's a
Okay.
brown ale, but it's award-winning brown ale. One of their flagships, and it was brewed with honey, chocolate, and hazelnut. And
Ooh, that's like my coffee.
yeah, dude, the right amount of everything, perfectly balanced. And it wasn't weak either. It let you know it was there. Um, right amount of sweet. It was rich at the same time. You get the nuttiness in there, and no wonder it's an award winner. I mean, everything at Listerman was great. We had like a Shamrock Shake one that they still had on tap, a couple others, but gonna shout out the flagship and the award winner, Chicao Listerman. If you're ever going through Cincinnati, worth a stop.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
When I first time I went to Louisville, went for West Virginia, Louisville. My friend Misha was a cheerleader for Louisville, so like got free tickets, cool thing. And that was the first time, and this is all changed now because now you can drink in basically every stadium because they make so much
Yeah,
money
right.
off it. So you do. But that was the first time I've been to a stadium for a college football game where you could drink and not only drink beer, but they had liquor in the stadium.
Oh,
So you could get
jeez.
like I think it was Makers in the stadium. I was like, this is wild. And also like best tailgate I've ever been to is in Louisville too. And I was just like, yeah, great place. I like Louisville a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Good time. Good time for
yeah, good
sure.
time.
For sure. What you got?
I have a beer that was disappointing, honestly. So I'm gonna talk
Oh,
about it just in case somebody does the same thing I did.
okay.
So Corona has this new beer, the Sun Brew,
Yes.
that's out.
Right.
It's starkly different than Corona because it's basically it's just Blue Moon. It's just Blue Moon.
Oh.
So if you like Blue Moon, you're gonna like this. So I'm not saying that it's bad.
Oh.
That's why I said disappointing. I thought it would just be I thought it wouldn't be that, and then it just was that. So I was like, all right. It's not that I don't like Blue Moon. Like I said, it's not like I don't like this.
Yeah.
Like you will, it's not like you're gonna be mad that it's there or something. It's just kind of like, you know, I could have just grabbed up Corona or something, but I was in the store, saw the 6 pack there, had saw on the end cap, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Why not? And then it was just like, oh, should have just got Blue Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. I guess I didn't know
that's
enough about it to know it was going to
yeah,
be that similar.
that's legitimately what it is, dude. It's
Mm.
just it's Blue Moon. So
Okay.
if you so just to let anybody know if you see it, I know it'll be, it pops out at you and they're selling it. It's at the grocery stores and all the
Yeah.
things. So just letting people know, it's just that's what it is. So that just know what you're getting. You're not
Okay.
getting there's not gonna be anything new happening there, but that's just what you're getting. So
Okay. Gonna heed
yeah.
that warning. Good to know
Yeah.
because that could be, yeah, summertime. That's, yeah,
Yeah.
it's getting there. So, okay. Good to know. Good advice. See, look at you
Yeah.
just helping the people out. That's sometimes what Bruise Day is all about, you know?
Like honestly, that's why I wrote it down. When I was drinking it, I was like, Siobhan was like, oh, all right. Well, I kind of wanted a Corona and just like put it down and just like went and got a
Yeah.
Corona. And I was like, I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be somewhat different. It's not. It's just they just basically just made a Blue Moon. And I was like,
Jeez.
okay, cool
Well,
guys.
you're on a mission over the course of the next couple of days to make sure that you witness our boy Christopher have a drink of alcohol, a full drink of alcohol.
I will. He
That's
will
your
have
that's
a
your goal.
drink. I will
That's
make
your goal.
sure of it.
Good.
I will make sure he has a drink and multiple. All right. Well, let's get into the main menu, Daniel.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's get in there. All right. So, baseball. It's not exactly the most not the sport that you don't have to keep your eye on the whole time.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so Major League Baseball reporter for the Atlanta Braves, he's the guy who's all around the stadium doing his thing. Um, did something very interesting while the game was going on recently. And we're gonna show this clip here.
Let's take a look.
Let's do it.
Listen.
Wiley, how are things up there at the Corona rooftop?
Things are pretty great, Brandon. We're having a lot of fun up here up the Corona rooftop. Who do we got here? What's your name?
My name's Lauren.
Lawrence, all right.
And I'm Kayla.
Kayla, and you guys hanging out at the rooftop lounge often?
Once a year I come out to visit.
Okay, well, we timed it pretty well. All right, good. How are you guys feeling about rooting for the Braves today?
Oof, I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
What about you? Are you a Braves fan now?
Not quite.
Not quite. All right, I'm gonna go to work up here, guys. Good luck the rest of the way.
Okay, Wiley. You got 4 innings to get the numbers.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Get us some more Braves fans.
All right, so they want me to get your number.
They want you to get my
I'm dead serious. They're saying in my ear right now. She doesn't believe me because she thinks you guys are not. I'm making this up. Even if you guys weren't, I might use that in the future. That's actually a pretty good move.
This is unbelievable.
So the best part of this right now is that Wiley could totally be faking it. This might be the new move. Just walk around with a FanDuel microphone and an earpiece in and convince fans that they're actually on TV.
I should have thought of this years ago.
Oh my gosh. All right. This game brought me so much joy because like no one knows what's going on in the game.
Right.
No one. No one knows what's going on in the game. Like it just for so many reasons this brought me joy. And like one of the biggest ones was like, do you remember back in like the 2010s, back in the 2010s, people used to get so mad when they would see like they would take a screenshot of like the game those playing or like take pictures of people who are on their phones during a game.
Yes.
And then they put it on Twitter and like everybody like make fun of them and be like, oh my God, nobody goes to games anymore. Like this right here is why you're allowed to be on your phone at a baseball game. Like apologize to everyone you made fun of in the 2010s because they did a whole that clip that we had is minute and 35 seconds of them just the game is going on. There are cracks of the bat happening.
Right.
There are things going on. And both announcers are talking to the sideline reporter, talking to 2 random girls, not the owner's daughters, not anybody of any note, just 2 girls in the Coors Light box or whatever the fuck at Atlanta Braves Stadium. Like incredible. Incredible.
Yeah. They're like, Wiley, you got anybody down there? Like, they're talking to him like a commercial. Like, Wiley, you got anybody down there to talk to? He's like, yeah. Don't worry about it. I got a couple people. Don't worry about it. Like, just picking out people out of the crowd for the hell of it. And that's what you're trying to do during a baseball game. Make it entertaining. And I'll tell you what. I love the play where the announcers say to him, like, oh, you got 4 innings to get the numbers. And the guy immediately, the camera's still on him. He's like, all right. You can hear him faintly in the microphone. All right, they said I got to get your numbers. and then she's like, oh, they say? He's like, I'm telling you, it's in my ear right now. And then the light bulb goes off for everybody. Wait a minute. This is genius. This is absolute genius. How do you not just from this? I'm so mad that I'm this old in this stage of my life that this is now becoming a thing to just walk around with a microphone.
Yep.
You don't even have to have a camera,
Nope.
right? Because the camera's on the other side of the stadium. You're the reporter. They find you.
Yep.
You get a little piece in your ear and a microphone. Gold.
Dude.
Absolute gold. Just genius move. Who knows what happened after that? The young lady, Lovely, seemed like she was in from out of town, but it worked.
Dude, all those years that I had a Pirates pass, and I would just walk around, PNC Park like just aimless, just like literally just because I got bored in the press box, like I would just walk around the stadium. Just because I could go and literally go anywhere I wanted to go. Like there are so many times, and I guess I can say this now, that I just went down to the home plate club and just like ate dessert. Like you're not supposed to do that, but I just could because I had the pass. So like no, everybody just let me walk in anywhere I wanted to go. I'd just be down there eating dessert, just hanging out in the 7th inning, just the game where they were most likely losing by a lot or something. But yeah, just be down there. And man, why didn't I ever think about doing that? See,
Yeah.
shouts to him. But
I
man,
know. If you're thinking on the spot, you know what it reminded me of, Dee Dee? I know this actually bleeds into our next topic, but gosh, I don't know how many years ago this was. You were still living in Pittsburgh, but it was a Halloween, and you, me, Chris, and a couple other friends dressed up as the Mighty Ducks. And when I say dressed up as the Mighty Ducks, we had the Mighty Ducks jersey T-shirts. And you know where I'm going with this.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
And
about.
we walk out of a bar, and there's this other group of people on Halloween dressed up like news reporters, suits, like boom mic, right?
Uh-huh.
Camera, lighting, like legit equipment. And they're just interviewing people for the hell of it on Halloween. And here comes the Mighty Ducks rolling down the street. And they're like, holy shit, wait, guys, we got to talk to you about the game. Oh, and it just made me like think back to that moment of like, there you go. It's the genius in the details right there. And that was
Yeah,
a fun moment for us.
because I have pictures of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Me too.
man.
Every year that comes up on Time Pop, and I'm like, geez, genius.
What a
So
time.
good. Yeah. So there you
What
go,
a
people. Just
time.
think, yeah, everybody's on, the apps and whatever, and it's hard to meet people these days. And just a little bit of creativity, just a little thinking, just be outside the box. Something like this could be it, and then you'll have that story to tell the rest of your life.
Absolutely. See, just you never know when you're gonna. You never know when when you're gonna find the person. You never
That's
know.
right.
You
That's
never
right.
know. You
Absolutely.
just never know. All right. Well, Dan, you found this Mighty Ducks 4 story. Let's get into it.
Oh boy. So I'll tell you what, and I will admit that I thought this was fake. Really did. Didn't think this was real. This headline that reads Emilio Estevez, of course, Coach Gordon Bombay, wrote Mighty Ducks 4 to, quote, make up for all the disasters that happened on the Disney Plus series, Game Changers, which we've talked about on this podcast before, but
Yep.
he starred in the first season of Game Changers. Thought it was pretty solid. And then if you recall, we were in peak pandemic there. And if you wanted to be part of the crew, wanted to be on a set, you got to vax it up. Emilio Estevez says, that ain't for me. And they said, you ain't for us. And so they moved on. They moved on with the season 2 without him. And so he has apparently written a 4th Mighty Ducks movie to make up for all of that, as a make good to kind of Disney being like, hey, still love you guys. Disney's answer was no, thank you. Disney, who makes seemingly anything that has a story that sounds like a story, nowadays, said we don't want to pursue that. And the story of what would be Mighty Ducks 4, of the script that he wrote, I guess, I mean, it wasn't a fully detailed script, because he's, that's not what he does. But the idea behind it is, why can't I find it? It's a women's hockey team. It was going to be about a women's hockey team, and it was going to pull back in Joshua Jackson's character and Kenan Thompson's character to help coach the new team, an expansion team for Professional Women's Hockey League. And when we discover Coach Bombay, he's coaching roller derby. So he says, my girls are going with me. They have to have a shot. And Disney said, no, thanks. So what were your thoughts, Didi? Because I know Chris and I are like Team Mighty Ducks all the way.
Listen,
right? And you were for that one special night on Halloween, which was great. But Mighty Ducks 4, Disney, you think this
listen.
could have worked?
I love Mighty Ducks 2 as much as any movie from my childhood. And I don't hate Mighty Ducks 3. I just, it's just kind of like, it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
I get why you do a third one. Why
Mm-hmm.
not? But I love 2 more than honestly anything. 1, I can't watch now because 1 is just like there's too many things going on that I'm just like this would never happen. I can't. I can't in my head. I'm like, no, they're not gonna let him be with kids. Like it's just not. And like
Mhm.
no, it's just not gonna happen. But no, 2 is as good as any movie else. That's why I care about Mighty Ducks. Is because of 2. I care about 2 a lot. That's when we were all rollerblading and playing hockey in the street and all that shit. It's all because of that movie. So
Yeah.
I get that. But yeah, the thought that he name checked Joshua Jackson, who has a solid movie career, Keenan Thompson, who has a very good career.
Yeah.
Did he talk to them when he put
Great
their names
question,
in?
dude.
Because this is what
Great
I thought. I
question.
was like, not gonna, listen. I don't want to, say anything about Emilio Estevez, but like, doesn't seem like his whole family doesn't seem like the greatest people to hang around.
Right.
No, nobody does. And like Keenan Thompson's a grown man. Keenan Thompson's in his mid-40s. Like, you sure he wants to sign up to he's like,
Right.
hey Lauren, I'm gonna take off from SNL for a couple weeks. I'm gonna go for a couple months and I'm gonna go hang out with Emilio Estevez doing Mighty Ducks. When Keenan and Joshua Jackson can be like, we're gonna do our own Mighty Ducks movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what? Like what? What are you talking about? Like they're not doing that with you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no. So that's the first thing that jumped out at me, and then just the women's hockey team. I was like, which would be fine. Just
Yeah.
I don't know if you would be the one. I don't know if we want to sign up to watch Emilio Estevez yell at girls for an hour and a half. I don't
Would
know.
have to be some serious character tweaking
Yeah.
going on there. Because it was already kind of weird enough with Game Changers of his old style and like
Mhm.
these new kids and new age kids and all that stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
You're just going to slowly fall in love with the what's her face from Gilmore Girls. And she wasn't good for that role anyways. But nevertheless,
Yeah.
Disney, no. Couldn't even been, straight to streaming,
Mm.
But I'm sure they're like, we had a good run together.
Yeah.
No thanks.
It's like, because to reboot Mighty Ducks, they don't need you to do it.
True.
Like, there's just other ways that you could do it. and
They can
just
literally
don't need
use Joshua Jackson, Keenan Thompson
Yeah.
as the coaches.
Yes.
You don't have to be a part of
100%.
it. Maybe there's a cameo at the very end of old ass you up in the last row, just looking down into your former players. Maybe do a little duck quack or something, starting it. Like that's it. That's your cameo. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Or they start the movie and they're at Gordon Bombay's funeral. It's just like it just doesn't need them.
Like that's it. Don't ask about him.
If they're like, we're gonna reboot Mighty Ducks, and like Keenan ended up being just basically redo the whole story with slight changes, and it follows Keenan's life.
Yeah.
And then he becomes the coach of a girls' hockey team. I'm kind of in. I'm like, let's figure this out. I'm in. So like, but I don't need you to do this. No, not at all. Not at all. But when you brought this up, this was a week of I don't know why this was the week. I think because like TV is kind of like slowing down, and I guess they're gonna start doing their like upfronts and announcing TV shows for the next year and the summer and all that stuff. But like they're rebooting, they're putting a Clueless TV show out apparently next year, starring Alicia Silverstone.
Wow.
And that's happening. Peacock it's happening.
It's on Peacock.
It's gonna happen. It's going to be on Peacock.
Didn't we remake the movie already?
Did we remake the movie?
Something? Prequel?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm making that up.
Because like they
That's
did
the
a
problem
Clueless
here.
TV show after the movie, and then like, dude, I don't know. I know like there's been a billion iterations of like Mean Girls, but not Clueless.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, maybe I made
but
that
I'm
up.
just like, but Alicia Silverstone is 50.
And hasn't been that busy.
No. And I'm like, where does the nostalgia stop, Dan? Where does it stop? What,
Right.
do we need we don't need Clueless in
No.
2025.
No,
Like
we don't.
I love Clueless minus the end and Paul Rudd, but like I love Clueless. But like
So much of this stuff is time and place, and
we
now is
doing?
not the time nor the place because 1995 was the time and the place.
Yes. Yes.
30 years later,
No.
we don't need any of it. It will never be as good. It won't even be half as good. So just don't even try. We don't want it. And we are the generation that they're aiming for here.
Yes.
They're not trying to aim for a younger demo, right? Like, oh, no, this is us. This is for us. And we're telling you right now we don't want it.
Yeah. Like I have no desire. It's like I like those characters. I don't want like there
Yeah.
are some things it's like I don't need to see you older. I don't need to see what happens to you. Like that's kind of my issue with like well, one of the reasons why like I like the way they do TV shows now where it's like these directors and shit on Netflix and stuff, it's like in HBO Max, wherever you watch your shows on, they're like, no, like we're doing this for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm doing this for a few years, then we're done here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, that's cool because sometimes I like whenever I don't like because you watch so many shows that we liked when we were kids, and there are shows that I love, and I'm like, if this would have ended at season 6, this would have been the best show ever. But then everybody starts getting like $1 million an episode checks, so then they keep doing it till season 11, and we all hate the show by the end of it.
Yes.
So like, I don't need to see these characters grow up. Like sometimes it's like no, like I like thinking of that person in high school. Like I'm good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We
can let memories and nostalgia be. Let it be. And there's enough other unoriginal content out there
Oh my god.
for everybody to be busy with.
Yes.
So don't flood
Yeah.
it with stuff that we don't want to watch because
Yeah.
you're gonna ruin the memory. Like what they did with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and why am I blanking on the name of the new series? That's on Peacock. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if I do.
Yes, you do, because you watch it.
Oh,
It's called Bel Air. Jeez, oh man.
Oh no, I thought you meant a different show. No, Bel Air.
No,
Yeah,
Bel
what
Air.
they did with Bel Air.
It's
yeah,
totally different.
completely different.
It's totally different. And like that I don't have a problem with that. This is literally going to be
Yeah.
more of the same thing with everybody older, and it won't be as funny because it's not 1995. So
Exactly, because there are things that they say. One of the reasons why Clueless is good is because you can say those things about people
Right.
back then
Right.
that you can't now for
Yes.
good reason. But
Right.
back then you could. So it's like a time capsule. like-
right.
This is how language worked in 1995. Nobody's proud of it, but this is what we did here. Because the whole movie's about a blonde girl being dumb.
Yeah.
It's not like Legally Blonde that like flips it and like she goes to law school and she's smart. No, Claire's still dumb at the end of the movie. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like it's just
Right.
And it's like that's what the whole movie is basically about. It's like dumb
why
rich
do you
girls.
why do you think Vince Vaughn stopped making movies? Like, you know what? No, he didn't stop making movies because I don't know if you've seen the trailer for Nona's, his new movie coming out on Netflix, which is based on a true story of the guy's mom passes away, so he hires 4 Italian grandmothers or Nonas
Okay.
to run his kitchen for his restaurant. It looks so bad.
Oh.
It looks so bad, man. And like 2012, peak Vince Vaughn, Paul Rudd, your boy, making funny movies. And now Ben Stiller is directing one of the most popular drama shows in the history of television because
Yeah.
can't make people laugh anymore. Comes
Hey.
down to that.
Listen, that's the reason why the great comedians, you can only do it for so long.
Yeah.
It's-
What do you think Dane Cook's up to these days? Huh?
Exactly, dude. Like that's what I mean. Like there's these runs that people have. If they don't evolve or figure it out, it's like you're not gonna be around
Yeah.
that long. It's like that with music too. It's like there's not
True.
gonna be around that long. Things
True.
change.
Absolutely.
But to adding to this, Toy Story 5 comes out next summer. And I saw that they're putting out two new Star Wars movies. One starring Ryan Gosling comes out in 2027.
No.
And I'm like, why? Like, what are we doing? Like, there's got to be somebody who can do. There's original ideas out there, people. There's other stuff to make.
Honestly.
And they put it around like this is going to be the biggest thing. I'm like, Toy Story. I saw Toy Story in the theaters when I was, I believe, 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? Please,
We
for the love
don't
of God, stop
need
this.
it. Right.
Stop
We
this.
don't need it.
Yeah, because I don't
30
understand.
years between
Dude,
30
come on.
years?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's just
Like-
not right. It's not right. It's not
Like-
right. We all know who Tim Allen is at this point, so Buzz Lightyear just doesn't come off the same way.
No. No, exactly. And he was the one that I saw talking about it in the article. He's like, I can't tell you much about it, but it's got a lot to do with Jesse and something, something. And I was just like, what? Like, I don't want this.
Jeez.
Nobody, because like you said, you're asking me to go see this.
Yeah.
It's like, if you have kids, you do what they like.
Exactly.
Like I can show you something, and if you care about it, cool. Like, but like Siobhan put on like Hannah Montana for Saoirse the other day. She's like obsessed with it. But like other things that we've tried to put on haven't worked out.
Doesn't work.
That's why Miley Cyrus is a legend. You know what I mean? She's a legend. But yeah, any other thing we've tried to put on, which is not a lot of stuff that we've ever tried to do that with, like stuff. But yeah, they care about the stuff that they like
Exactly.
Minecraft.
Right.
Fuck about Minecraft, but that's now my life for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Minecraft is now a moment.
Not Mighty Ducks and Toy Story 5.
No,
Mm-mm.
exactly. It's ridiculous, man. Oh God. All right. Well, Daniel, let's get into music, man.
Let's do it.
What have you been listening to while you've been driving?
A lot for sure. Hitting the road. Starting off with Beth McCarthy, and discovered her a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Her song in the playlist called "All My Friends Are Hot." You might recall.
Okay.
And now the EP's out. And
All
I was
right.
like, all right, was this a flash in the pan or no? Answer: no. Hot
Oh,
and Stupid.
okay.
That's the next one. Hot and Stupid going on the playlist. It's awesome. Keeping an eye on Beth McCarthy. Keeping an eye on her. So check the new one out.
Okay. Big win. Big win. All right. John Bellion put out a new song called, he's got an album coming out. I think it's called Father Figure. Put a song out with Pharrell called Horoscope.
Yeah.
That I like a lot.
Really?
I really like this song. I didn't like, because he put out another song a couple weeks ago that I did not like at all.
Yes.
And he made this big deal about it, made this big video, like did all this stuff. I was like, this song isn't good, my guy. But I like Horoscope actually a lot. And I don't really need the Pharrell verse that's in there. Because it just kind of, it's like, because the song's going on for so long, and it's like, when does Pharrell come in? And stuff?
Yeah, right.
And it's like, and I really don't, and I don't know, I don't kind of need it, but I like Horoscope a lot. So yeah, check it out. John Bellion,
All right.
Horoscope.
All right. I'll give it another try. I didn't love it at first listen. I think I was just like I overhyped it.
Yes.
When I saw it was like, this is going to be amazing. But JB, man, he hasn't been able to recapture what he once had. But I'll give that one another try.
Let's put 80s films on the playlist just to cleanse the palate. If you don't like this song, listen to 80s films by John Bellion, because I love John Bellion. I love his old stuff.
Yeah.
Because
For
man,
sure.
80s films is a jam. So, yeah.
For sure. Next one up, our boy, friend of the program, Joe, and that's Joe as in D-J-O, Joe. No stranger to the playlist. You humans out there may know him as Joseph David Keary of Stranger Things, the actor Joseph David Keary. I don't know what I don't watch that show, so I don't care what his character name is, but you probably know who he is. His new album called The Crux came out, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I definitely put a couple of songs on there. Very hyped for his music. Big fan. Big fan. Joe, check him out.
Nice. So what I'm putting on the playlist because I was watching way too much of the Coachella live stream this week.
Yeah.
I'm putting some T-Pain on the playlist, man. I'm putting it on. I like, man, oh man, when you watch the live stream, there's some people you just shouldn't even watch on the live stream because it's just gonna make you feel like you're there. Because some people I watch, like watching the 3-6 Mafia set, I was like, this is fun. I don't feel like I need to be there for it. But that T-Pain set, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Did I wish that I was there for that, man. Oh my God. I don't know what song I'm gonna put on there, but he's just going through every song. Just every hit, every feature he's done, everything, and it's and he was wearing a lot of clothes. And it was like really hot there
Really
that
hot
weekend. Like
this
it was
year.
not like a cool Coachella weekend like of
Right.
mid of like 90s, 80s. No, this was like
Mm-mm.
in the hundreds where Coachella Valley was telling people to stay outside, stay inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Didn't miss that.
it was hot as shit that weekend. But yeah, T-Pain, just shouts to T-Pain. Just yeah. So something's going on the playlist. I don't know what, but something.
I mean, pick one out of the hat. It'll be great. No matter what.
Exactly.
Right. Last one for me. Interesting. Didn't expect to put this on the playlist. Didn't expect this song to ever be released, but 21 Pilots on a world tour as it continues right now in Europe. And as the story goes, Tyler, lead singer, gets a call from his mom. Hey, how's it going? How's tour? One of your songs is going viral on the TikToks. And he's like, what? Which one? And she says, Doubt. And it's the demo version. And he's like, I don't know how that ever got out. And that song's really old, which it is. So they released the demo version and it's old school. It is. It's before 21 Pilots was 21 Pilots, honestly. Production is different. But of course, I'm going to love it. So I'm going to put it on the playlist for everybody to listen to because everybody knows the new stuff. Everybody knows Stressed Out and all that, but you're going to get some old school 21 Pilots Doubt demo version this week.
So I have a song I put on here, but I can't remember if you put this on the playlist. Did you put the second Haim single on the playlist?
After Relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or no.
Okay.
No. I didn't.
Everyone's trying to figure
I think
me out.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we're putting that on the playlist because that song's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're putting that on the playlist because I think everyone's trying to figure me out. I believe that's what the song is called.
Yeah.
But that song is awesome. Everybody's trying to figure me out. I don't know what is going on with their new album, if the new album is coming out or what's happening with that, but I'm excited for whatever it is because they just sound awesome over top of this production that is going on here.
This seems like this is going to be a fantastic album.
Yes, it's
But we get
because when you have like a group like Haim, they could just kind of do the same shit they've been doing.
True.
Like they've done, and it's like, and you know, just different versions of that, and it's like we're all still gonna listen to it, and it's cool. Because I like Haim, but like they're doing this production is really cool.
Yeah.
In these two songs, so I'm like, and I'm surprised because even just relationships, I'm very surprised to hear them singing over something like this.
I know.
So it's like, yeah, and it's the same thing with the song too. So I'm a big fan of what Haim is doing. So yeah.
It'll be a big year for those ladies. Yep.
Yes. Well, Dan, that's the sounds of brunch. We will update that playlist this week. We will update the clips this week. We got a lot of things to update this week on the brunch breakdown, and we're going to get on it for sure. But make sure you check that out. Sounds of Brunch. Tell Siri, tell Alexa to play the sounds of brunch exclusively on Spotify. Dan, coming to an end of the brunch breakdown today.
Yeah. Another good episode.
Any final oh wait.
Nope.
Oh my gosh. Can't
What do you
believe I
got?
forgot this. You are Dan the Spaceman. We don't have much time. But Dan the Spaceman, this Blue Origin flight with Katy Perry
Oh my gosh.
and Gayle King and others.
I can't believe we didn't talk about this.
I can't believe we didn't talk about this either.
How did we not?
God damn it. Completely forgot. How do you feel about this about this one they've done a lot of these,
They have.
but this one, for whatever reason, has made everybody mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feelings?
There are too many people going into space. If we're that far down the list already, Katy Perry, Gail, if we're there, I don't think I have to wait much longer to get in. So
No, you don't.
I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good if we're already at that point in the list of humankind. A couple more years and I'll be up there too.
Yeah, dude. Like you just bought a house. All you got to do is like how much, like you refinance or something, figure that situation out.
Yeah.
You know, get
Yeah.
yourself to $150,000. You're good to go.
I'll make it
You know?
happen. I'll
I
make it
feel like
happen.
it's gonna be happening very soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's the first thing that went through because I'm like, how many more are these gonna do? Like we already had Michael Strahan's been in space, William Shatner's been in space.
Yeah. There are people that have been training to be astronauts for years and don't get the call ever. But we've gone right past them and we're like, yes, let's go to these people.
Oh God, but yeah, there's a lot of talk on that this week.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. And Katy Perry is, I guess she said that she is, well, reports are saying that she is she's in depression because of the backlash she's getting from it. So it's
Oh,
like,
boy.
okay.
All right.
All right.
Stay off the internet.
Yes, everyone, stay off the internet, please. Well, any final thoughts on the Brunch breakdown?
Yeah. Moral of the story: if you're looking for a big night out, don't go to Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And that's the Brunch breakdown. We're out.